Still got it. Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States. It is 4 in the afternoon, and I'm sorry. Usually I like to stream for Tuesdays. I like to stream at noontime, but we had a bunch of things. My schedule got changed at the very last minute this morning. I was unaware of that, but new plans were made for me. Let's just put it that way. And so I had to adjust. But here we are. It's 4 o'clock. And we are on the Generation server. Now, I've been putting a lot of work in the Buffooncraft SMP. And sad to say, as usual, typical Thunderhand don't have a lot to show for it in particular. But been putting in a lot of time over there. But now, today I'm glad to be back on Generations, my home sweet home here. When last we left, we were working on the Ultra Mega Wolf Farm behind me there. I put in some new systems and stuff. And so today we're going to continue that, and hopefully we're going to finish up at least the mechanical stuff and then start clearing out the area and then making some room for some of the aesthetic qualities of it, because I don't want to just build a farm and then just leave it just bare bones machinery. I want to make a scene out of this. I want to make a structure around it and make a cool looking build, because right behind me we have that thing over there, and then we can't just have a bunch of janky stuff over here. We got to do something cool here. So that's the plan. But let's put on some stream music, because we did our opening and we're done with that. So let us hook up some sound. We'll get our good old Generations Scottish theme music going. Once we get this in place. Oh, yeah. I did all of that, and I wasn't even on the game capture screen. I feel obligated to do the lightning bolt one more time, just so you guys can see it, because I owe you that. That's right. Okay, let's do this. Let's get Epidemic Sound up and going here again. Well, just some levels. And let me see. Let's get that out of there. So I hope you've all enjoyed at least the Americans, and the Canadians too, for their holiday was on the 1st, ours was on the 4th, and so many of us have a long weekend going here. So I hope you've been enjoying the weekend nevertheless. There we go, right there. And right here. Okay, and we'll do this. And we'll do a little bit of that. Okay, and we'll start off with Out of Glory by Trabin33, which I have really come to associate with Generations, and, I really like this track, clearly. Okay, let's get to work, shall we? First of all, let's see what we've done since the last time. So this is sort of my own design, even though I've incorporated systems from other builders, which you'll probably recognize. But so we were working on the wool farm. We have all the different colors of wool. We have the little sheepses in their little booths here. And so we have one dispenser here with the shears. The shears are shearing 2 sheep in each one of these pens, right? And so we have that in place there. And then down underneath, we have a hopper minecart collecting all the snippities from either side here. And then we put in the bubble vader here. All right, so this is actually 2 systems. All right, this system here unloads the hopper minecart right there. Okay, and then, well, actually, yeah, and then I have, now this is a clock that runs the dispenser. So you can see where it unloads it into this dropper, and then the dropper shoots it up into the water stream. So to control that dropper, we have this system into place here. So you can see the comparator reads, All right, and when it sees items in here, okay, it raises this up with this piston here, sends the redstone signal through here, raises this up, it connects onto this, connects down to that with the dropper, and the dropper ejects its goodies. All right. Usually I don't build this kind of system. Usually I use the comparator system with a redstone, and I make a comparator circuit out of this. But I wanted to try this because this is a little bit new and it's a little bit more compact. I'm still trying to fit this in the one chunk area. And so this is nice and compact. The downside of it is that it's kind of noisy. So if you can live with that, fine. This isn't near where we hang out the most. This is off the side. And so I don't really mind having that piston being noisy right there. So, so then you can see that it shoots the items up into here. Let's go top side. Right up here. And you can see it shoots them up the water stream. The water stream puts them in there. And then we've got the typical impulse sorter system here and sorts them into the chests all down below. Let's see if I can get down to scaffolding. Fuck. For God's sake. And then these are the final destination chests down into here. Now, we have a couple of things we have to do. We have to apply the filters. So we have to do the filters. And then one other thing we have to do is the shears in these dispensers in the back. Now, I went up and I filled all of them up, which took quite a bit of time, I'll have you know. Wow, that one's already empty. Really? Wow. Whoa. Yikes. They're already empty. I just put them in there. Man, this thing's going to use a lot of shears. So one thing I don't have designed in here yet is an off switch. So this thing is definitely going to need an off switch. Those shears get used up really fast, evidently. So I have to reload them in again. And to load the shears, I made this little system here. I can probably see it better from over here, right? And so I'll put a hopper minecart on here. I'll fill that double chest. It looks like it's part of this double chest system. This isn't. It's separate from there. I'll load this up with shears, and I may even put some more double chests on there. And then I'll put a hopper minecart on the track. It'll come here. The comparator will read it. If there's none in here, then it'll drop some shears in. Okay? So that's the idea there. All right, so we have a circuit in there. So we have to install some shears, but I don't want to install them just yet. What I want to do is I want to put the placeholders in the filters up there. And so we're going to need a block of each color wool, and then we're going to need, let me see. We're going to need 16. And then times 4, that's going to be 40. And then 6 times 4, 24. 64. Right, so we're going to need 64 placeholders right there. So we'll name these. Now, I usually just like to use cobblestone. Oh, what? I have no XP? Did I die recently? Really? Come on, Thunder. All right, so we need to name these placeholder, and that'll put them in place there. And while we're at it, let's make sure that we have a color of each kind of wool. I think we do. Right about there. Okay, so let me see. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm missing one color. I'm missing 2, right? So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So what color am I missing? Now, do I have the white wool? I think I do. Yeah. All right. So what I can do is I can just arrange these. But I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of sleeping because I don't want to die. Or even worse than dying, I don't want a creeper to come along and blow up my work there. So what we can do is we can put, now I should have some iron on me. We can put some shears into the dispensers of the lamies here that we need. Or maybe we can just go up there and have a look. Now, they're not going to filter down into the boxes because we don't have the filters yet. So let's look at this. And I'm going to put this kind of here so I can see these. All right, so I've got white and orange, and then that magenta. Ah, orange. We don't have orange, right? But we do have that magenta, right? And then we have, what, the light blue and the yellow. Thusly. Right? And then we have the green and the pink, the lime, I should say, and the pink. That takes care of that, like that. And that should be one side. And then over here, let me see, we have the gray. Right there. And then we have what is that, cyan they call it? Cyan wool with the purple right in there. Then we have blue and brown. So we've got blue, but we're missing the brown. Okay. Blue, brown, and then we have green and red. Green and red, and then we have black. Now, I missed a few colors here. I missed gray on the end after pink. Right there. And I missed the magenta, which was back here next to the orange. So it's white, orange, magenta. So we're actually missing two of those, right? So we're only missing two. We need orange wool and we need the brown, right? Orange and brown. Brown and orange, orange and brown. Okay, so we can, well, let me check some of the filters and some of the boxes and stuff and see if any of the wool has, yeah, see, a lot of items came down into here, right? So let's set the shulker up like this, and we'll clear those items out because I don't have the filters on, but I was testing, right? And so let's do this. Let's grab the orange wool, right? And then we needed brown, right? Okay, I'm going to leave those in there for the nonce for the moment. And let me see, just checking my sound levels here. I think we're okay. And yes, we are okay. Great. Okay, we're cool. And then we can go bring these up and we could do that. But we're going to need a little bit of XP. And also I'm going to need to empty out my inventory here a little bit because I've got all my redstone stuff in here and it's getting to be a pain in the butt a little bit. Let's get that out of there. Is this more wool? Yeah, I want to keep whatever wool I have in my inventory here. Chest, torches, observers, blah, 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 blah. This is woolly stuff. I'll keep a little bit of dirt on me there. This, we can get rid of that. We'll keep this because we need to name that. And, okay, we're going to have to fly over and get a little bit of XP. Sometimes I carry it with me. Sometimes I don't. And this is one of those times where I'm not carrying it with me. All right, so I think this means Chamber of Commerce. So let us use said bubble vader. What? Did I forget how to fly? All right, let me touch down here. Oh, and I think I know what's going on. Okay, so I think I can hear Biggie at the office door. And that being the case, I'm going to have to go answer that. So I'll do a be right back. There we go. I'm going to switch to the be right back screen, and I will be right back. Okay, and we are back. Well, I am back. Right about there. Okay, that's good. So let's get back to the game. So we were going to get a little XP, and we were going to name our placeholder blocks. So let's do that. Let me see. I could just buy the XP off of these dudes here because we're so filthy rich. After all, it is generations. Yeah. All right. Now we don't need a lot of this. We just need enough to name the name tag. That should be fine. Like that should be plenty, right? But let's just use up these emeralds because it's fun to do this. I miss my trading dudes here at my trading hall very, very much. Get this over here like that. Okay, I think I got all 4 of these guys. Yeah, I did. Okay, let's get over here. And, hey, you. I remember you. So, we were talking about at the end of this year, closing out World 5, Generation 5 here, and then starting a new one, Generation 6. I'd still like to do that. However, I feel like there are a couple of projects on here that I really want to finish. And so if they're not done by the end of the year, I might actually hold off on that a little bit until I finish. Because some of the projects on here that are left unfinished, I really like those things. And I suppose I could just continue them into World 6. But I don't know. I kind of have a soft spot for them in my heart, and I kind of want to finish them. So before we move on to a different world. All right. See, we got plenty of XP just from the trade itself. But you know what? Let's just jack up our XP here. I really miss this place. I've been away for a long time. Because last Tuesday we did design work for Baby Zombie Rush. So, and I was working on a timer circuit there, and I didn't have a very good one, or the one that I had was good for a short interval, but it wasn't good for an interval that was longer than like maybe 10 seconds or so. But I did do a little research, and I got an Etho Hopper clock kind of set up there that will hold that trap door open for a minute or much longer, as long as we really need it. And so, and it's really easy to build too. And I haven't built that kind yet either. So it's really okay. Those chunks didn't load. I was gonna say, did Kachi chop the top of that mushroom off and leave it open? It's always Kachi's fault. Actually, Kachi hasn't been on here in ages, and I really miss having him on here. I really do. Okay, let's do a little bit of naming. So I usually just throw the whole stack right on here. And big old caps. This time caps lock intended, everybody. So just placeholder, just like that. And then I put those in there like that. And let's just load all of the wool that we need right into our inventory. Right? And so we'll just do, we only need one of each flavor. Thusly. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. I mean, why am I even doing that? Let's just stack it like it's supposed to be, like this. Thunder. Come on, brain. Just work with me here. We're in this together. All right? So let's do that, that, and that. Okay, let's get these out of the way. And then we'll do the same thing down here with this row, like this. This might be a little bit OCD, but as I run around and place these, I think it'll be a little easier. Like so. God, is it nighttime again already? Yeah, see, I can tell I'm lagging big time. By lagging, I don't mean my server is lagging. I mean my brain is lagging. Okay, that side looks like it's all set. And And then this side. Yeah, I look like I'm good. All right, so let's do a little bit of sleeping here. Shot Mountain! Dude, you missed me jamming a little bit earlier. Yeah, I did the intro on my bass. I think I got a pretty good sound out of it. It was all right. I'm still not 100% satisfied, but I got a pretty good sound out of the bass on that one. So let me just take a moment here. And yeah, that looks correct. And there it is. So there's a shout out for my good friend Shut Mountain, fellow Minecrafter, fellow buffoon crafter. Darn excellent Minecrafter in his own right. Please go check him out. You will not regret it. We've been having quite a bit of fun on his streams lately, so I gotta say, plenty worth your while. All right, let's put our placeholders. And if that's chugging those down like that, that means there are items missing, and I can tell. I don't know. Those are lit though in the back. Thunder, what have you done? All right, torch there, activating this, locking that, and allowing this to be the filter. But it's not locking. This is not detecting that, and it's not locking. Why not? Oh, okay. We're just missing one torch. The other torches are in place. All right, so let's go down and get a torch. Somehow that torch got knocked out of there. I knew something wasn't right there. In fact, I might have the torches in the wrong spot. I might have them a little too low, right? Because they're not going to... Yeah, I think the torches need to be up there. Very fun when people try to make me die. Shot, you might want to explain that. One thing I want to check over here quickly. Cognitively, I've been having a lot of trouble with my brain lately. And, you know, things that I used to be able to do very, very easily, I can't do now. And so I have to like double and triple check things that should be obvious to me. Like, I know how to build these filters. I've been building these things for years. See? I have the torch down here when it's here, and it doesn't make any it makes sense for it to be here because it needs to lock it needs this block to lock that hopper temporarily when this detects the hopper above it. I think I have it down there under the repeater instead of under the comparator, which is, I mean, I know how these things work. Why do I have to see it in order for my brain to do it? It's nope, not explaining. It's much more funny if left with no context. Okay, but I'm gonna say you should go check out the VOD for the last stream. Yeah, so go check out Shot's VOD for that, please. All right, we get to do a Thunder Hand launch anyway. If anything, maybe I can still pull this off. Okay, that was a pretty good one. We need to go south. A little southbound soiree. Shut, how's your weekend going, my friend? Shut streamed the fireworks in his neighborhood yesterday, the day before. After streaming Buffooncraft. Now, see, check this out. Yeah, see, I have these down here, which is ridiculous. Come on, Thunder. You know how these filters work. Come on, man. Can I conveniently get under here without the lamps? Oh, really? All right, let's just do it the hard way, because these are all in the way now. Okay, and let's get my torches like this. And I know why I did this now. I know why I made this mistake. Hopefully, if I put that there, it shouldn't activate any of these hoppers. These hoppers and chests were actually pretty challenging to arrange in this kind of a way to fit everything in here. So to make these chests terminate where they did. And so that's probably why those ended up there, because I rearranged these so many times. And then I forgot to update those, their positions. Take a last look here. Good, they're in good shape. Let's put the lanterns back in place. Mm-hmm. Just to light things up down here. Lighting is very, very important. You know what? There. Okay, good. Now we got to do the same thing here. Just gonna grab that one and this one. Let's go and maybe I can get all three. Gonna lose some of those torches over on that side, I think. Can I grab these? Yep. Proximity, I'm close enough. Close enough. Good. All right, and then we can go put all these in place. And let me see. They should be around right there in front of the comparators. Because, hello, that makes sense. That's how these things work. Those three in there. I think I can reach these. And those three right there. And then these two on the end. Okay, now we should be seeing these things work. And let me see. Some of my placeholders fell down below into the chest. Yeah, there they are. Placeholder right there. All right, let me see. Very well so far. Cool. A lot of folks returning to work today. Now, one of the other telltale things is the comparator did not light up when these went in. So that's better. See, you know, that's how these work. So I'm just going to run around and put all the placeholders in first, and then I'll go back and pull in the pieces of colored wool. Why? Because, you know, I'm not good at thinking in parallel. These days I'm limited to thinking in series. So one thing at a time. Here we go. God, it's like, how many of these do I have to build? You know, before I can build one without the mistakes. You know, it's not that hard. These are not that hard to make at all. Thusly. And these can go in right about here. I'm going to try to build a different style for my Buffooncraft storage. I saw Izuma and Impulse building a different kind of design that allows for multi-item sorting and uses the chests as filters and stuff. And I think that's a much, well, for me, I think it might be, for me, I think it might be a better system. So it's certainly going to be smaller, because now I don't have to, you know, I can store, you can sort multiple items into one chest. Like, for example, all of the birch items. You could do the birch logs. You can do strip birch logs. You can do, oh wow, it's already putting stuff in here, right? You can put birch fences, birch doors, but you know, you can do that all in one chest. It'll sort them all and put them all in that chest. So that, I like that idea better, because the main thing I need storage for is mostly for emptying my pockets. It's not really an idea, not really the idea of sorting items that I'm going to be using. It's more you know, my pockets are full and I need to empty my pockets. It's that kind of a deal. So, all right. So this here starts off with the white one here, like that, and then we just go in order, like this. Well, we didn't need all 10, but that's a little weird. Okay, when it gets to 41, it'll count them all down. That's right. And I guess it certainly doesn't hurt to put all of what we have in there. We'll do that. What's next? Lime. Lime goes in there. And then pink. And then the dark gray. And I think this is my cue to take a little nap. Okay, this is better. And as far as the mechanics of the wool farm here go, yeah, see, just a little parkour. That's what I wanted to do the first time. This thing is pretty much done, really. Let me see. Let's put that there. Yeah, see, some of this stuff is already starting to trickle in. So we'll have to go down and we'll have to empty out some of the chests down there and put their proper colored wools in there. Black is the last color of wool. Like that. Okay, great. Okay, I think we're all set here filtration-wise. Can't believe I put those torches in the wrong place, but, you know, another part of that is, you know, leaving Generations for a long time, working on Buffooncraft, and then coming back, and it's like, where did I leave off? You know, I did that a number of times. All right, so let me see. We should only have white wool in there. So just going to check the chests very quickly. You can see we need to store some item frames in here. And I thought for certain some of them would be coming down, but you got to wait until you get like 41 in a stack, I think, before they start filtering through. So we can do the color coding, though, in the meantime. So that's orange right there. I think I was going to take the item frames off and just have the, you know, the chest above the colors, but I don't know. I'll leave them in there. I don't think the lag's going to be so great. Famous last words. But we'll see. All right, those colors are already into shape. I need some more item frames, right? That's what I'm going to need. More item frames. I shall be needing more item frames. 41 is the magic number for 64 stack, and I think 32 for 16 stack items. Yep. I always stack in the 64. Okay. I'm looking for item frames. And I'll be darned if I did not bring any over with me. Come on, Thunder. You had to have brought some over, right? That would be a no. Everybody. That would be a no. Okay, but we don't need a lot. We can go craft up a few. So we're going to need 9 of them, right? 16 colors. That side's all set. So we've got 8 over there plus 1. All right, so let's do that. And let me think. Item frames. So we have a cow crusher down. Yeah, sorry, Mushroom. Talking about cow crushers. We do have a cow crusher down here. We can get the leather. Whoa! See? Aqua moose. All right, and we got the leather here. So, oh, we might need multiple. Okay, and I should have some sticks. Where is the last place? Gee, you know, I could really use an item sorter, which is what I'm building. Yeah, I don't think. Got some right there. So part of, you know, going through these chests, I know it takes a few minutes to go through them, but it's also clearing this stuff out. So when it comes time to move all these chests, get all the items out of them, there won't be a lot of items in them, hopefully. So I'm trying to take whatever I can out of the chests. Right. And I think I need 8 sticks per. I don't want to use the glowies. Yeah, so I'm going to need a lot of these. And I may not have a lot of them over here. But I know where I do. I know where I do have a lot of them. I could make some right there if I need to, but I might have some right over here. So this is what the storage system is going to be. If you didn't see this earlier. And so, yeah, this thing is going to be super cool when it's done. Just the proportions of it and stuff. Nebs came in and helped me dig out quite a bit of this, actually. So I'm going to have 2 rows of chests on this side and 2 rows of that side. They'll go all the way down. There'll be a water stream that feeds up and over behind all this stuff, so you won't see it. And then it'll come all the way back around again and loop back into here. So it's also quite an adequate slime farm, even though it's unintentionally so. Let's get that out of there, and I might have some sticks in here. Maybe I do. If not, we'll just go make some over at that miserable little tree farm there. Oh, I do have a lot of them over in these shulkers too. These are a lot of items I need to build this storage. And I think I stored a lot of sticks here. Yep, I did. So we could craft the things that we need, torches and stuff that we need. Item frame. It's only going to give us 2, though. Okay, there we go. Right there. Okay, and we're good. And we'll put the sticks back over in here because we'll use those for something. There we go. And I'm not sure I'm going to label all of these with item frames. So these chests here, now when I store stuff temporarily in chests, I'm going to put them right here in the storage area instead of over there. That way they'll be a little closer when I'm ready to offload them. All right, and let's head on back with our item frames, and we'll finish our labeling. We'll do ourselves another Thunderhead lunch. So I really now am missing having Optifine, especially when I'm looking at glass. The glass looks so horrible. It looks horrible. Okay, here we go. Thunderhead launch. Over the mighty hotel. Past the mighty Guardian farm. Oh, chunks, please load. Okay, there we go. Guardian farm is almost finished. We have to put the big guardian head up there, and then we have to put the elder guardian head up there, and then the small guardian head over there. So, and then that will be complete. I was thinking on putting the tinted glass in there to keep the light out to even further improve the rates because I have a lot of lighting effects in there, and Guardians will swim towards light. Swim towards the light, Guardian. But you know what? The rates of that farm are so insane that, you know, I think I just might leave it be. Gray, cyan, and the purple. And then, let me see. We've got blue, brown. Or brown, blue, if you want to do it in that order. And then we've got the green and the red. Our Christmas colors. Green and red, and then finally the black wool from the black sheep of the family. Okay, that's cool. So we should be all done. Let's take all the wool out of here. And do you know where we can go put this? Right in here. Now we got to be careful not to overload this thing. It can only handle so many items at a time. There we go. It's doing its thing. There they go. Bye-bye, little blocks of wool. So they're going all the way up to the top. Where they will filter down through all those chests and then end up all down in here eventually. Right, we still got a lot of items here that have to come out. That's right. We got to go stock all these guys up. But we got to do a little bit of sleeping first. That should be doing its thing. All right, just want to make sure. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of checking here. Because something does not seem right to me. All right. I think we're okay. Counting down. Here we go. Put all these items in here. Now I wonder, let's see. I suppose I could have built a secondary chest here with another hopper into it. If I had, you know, items I just wanted to load manually like I'm doing now, but I don't know. I don't see that ever really happening, except if I'm doing like troubleshooting. The other thing that might be happening too is the items might be going too fast. I was chatting to Nova about that during one of his streams. Okay, this will be my overflow circuit right here. So I'm just going to stick a little chest right on the end of that for now. A happy little chest right there on the end of that. And, but eventually I'll put my incinerator circuit on there. Well, I say mine, you know, but I'll put the incinerator circuit on the end there. So anything, any overflow that we get, we can put right in there. There we go. So any overflow items for now will go right into there. But there shouldn't be any, really. Okay, hey, the black wool is coming in now. Finally, there's enough of that. Let's see if any other colors are filtering on in. Well, the gray wool is coming in. There's enough of that. Oh, the dark gray I didn't put up there, did I? All right, we'll use this then. There. All right. Not enough dark gray yet. Uh-oh. We've got that filter mixed up. So we got to go up top side and fix that. Okay, we got to fix that. So cyan and or light blue and yellow need to be fixed. I mean, really? Come on, Thunder. So light blue comes first and then yellow. And I think I have it the other way around, right? Yeah, I have it backwards. Okay, that works better. There we go. Ouch. Okay, so let's make some corrective moves here. Okay, that's better. All right, so the Mighty Wolf Farm, that's actually pretty much finished. The thing we need to do now is we need to load up some shears. Because we don't have any... Okay, that dispenser has shears. Oh, wait, yeah. Hold it. The dispensers do have shears. Of course they do. All right, but we should put the hopper minecart in place, and we should load up as many shears as we can in the double chests. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. That's 54 pairs of shears. And so where to do that? Over at the iron farm. Brown wool and stone. All right, let's park the stone over here. Let's put the brown wool back in the brown wool chest. That's where that belongs. And I'll get some rockets and we'll fly over to the iron farm and we'll make 54 pairs of shears. Doing a little hydrate there. And then is this me box o' rockets? It certainly is. We'll go load some of those like that. Empty shulker to put those in, but I'm going to need more than one. Let's go get 2. Okay, now we need to fly north. I've missed this place so much. Oh, the memories. Whoa. Chamber of Commerce. What was supposed to be our shopping district. And the iron farm should be right off the north shore. Come on. Load, chunks. Load, please. There it is. All right. Okay. Let's pull back a little bit. Let's get up here. We'll let those chunks load in. And so this is the kind of iron farm I built for Generations. It's similar to the one I just recently built in Buffooncraft. But this one kicks so much more butt than my one in Buffooncraft. So we added a chunk loader, which I didn't want to do in Buffooncraft. I already talked to Nova about it, and we thought that's probably not a good idea. 1 or 2 chunk loaders wouldn't be bad, but there's like 20 of us on there. If we all had chunk loaders, it would be a disaster. So, but I do have a chunk loader because this is right outside the spawn chunks. So when I built this, I wasn't too keen on locating spawn chunks. And so I thought I had it within range, and I didn't. So I had our viewer, friend, and guest, Luck May Have It, came on here, and we built this chunk loader here to keep the chunk loaded, to keep this thing going. Then that you see that column of blocks and torches. That is the on and off switch. I can just lower this little dude out of the place when those chests are full, and then it'll stop running. So this thing kicks butt. It's just such ridiculous amounts of iron. You know, I still haven't timed it to see how much it produces, but it's completely insane. I mean, I think part of it is there's not a lot of people on this server, and this stays loaded all the time. So let me see. Let us. I mean, that should do it. Right, if I go over to the crafting table. Ooh, little zomboid died there, or drowned, actually, really, right? Let me see. Do I have a crafting table in place? I probably don't. We can certainly put one here if we need. If needs be. And guess what? Needs do be. So, let's do a little something like that. And I think I can actually take this little spare chest out of here now. And we'll put the crafting table over here. I think you can mix woods with crafting table. Yes, you can. Okay, so that's good. Just in case we have to build anything here. And let me see. Shears. I should go something like this. Now, this is going to be insane. This is going to max out. Look at that. All right. Let's load up our shulkers. Like that. Round 2. Like that. Load up our next shulker. Did I lose the iron over the side here? I hope not, because that's a lot of iron. Is that an iron golem down there? Oh, dude must have fallen out over the edge somehow, or something. Hey, man, what's happening? He's just camping down there. He's not the, not exactly the most buoyant of mobs, I should say. Let's see. Let's do that. That's really the 2 shulkers that we need. The rest we can just keep in our inventory. And I used to keep a bed over here, but do I have one down here? Yeah, I do. Right there. There we go. This I kept the bed in here back in the pre-chunk loader days. Okay, that should do it for shears. I think we're in business. Look, see, that thing is just kicking butt. Look at it go. So that's a modification of a Wattles design that I use. So it's a good little design. On Generations here, like I said, it really kicks butt here on Generations. With the modifications I made to it. And the one on Buffooncraft does okay for early game, but it really needs a redesign. Because for Buffooncraft, we're going to need so much iron, people, so much iron. Okay. So let's load up the double chest with the shears. Let's go take care of that part first. And that's right over here. I think I can just reach this from the scaffolding like this. And let me see. It's going to fill up the hopper first, right? Okay, whatever. Whatever. And let's do this. And if I really wanted to, I could load up even more chests, but I think we're going to be okay. I think this will keep us in wool for quite some time. There we go. Yeah, we're okay here. Keep these over here. I'll put these back in the storage depot. I'll keep those there. Okay. All we have to do now is to put the hopper minecart on there, and hopefully I brought one with me. I think I did. Yeah, right there. All right, I think I can get this onto the track from here. Maybe I can, right? No? I just do this, right? I think my comparator has to read in the opposite direction for that. So, but it should be all right. It is reading that hopper. Oh, that's right. We may have to preload this. So when it sees, I think when the comparator sees that that hopper is empty, yeah, because I might have this loading. What it needs to see is it needs to see when the minecart is empty. And then what it does, it'll unlock that hopper. So I might actually need to put a comparator onto the minecart itself. Maybe. I mean, I'm not really incredibly interested in having it cranking right now because we've got plenty of shears in there doing their thing. So, you know, I could always come back later and fix that. But if I pull this out, yeah, that doesn't do anything. Right. I need to read the minecart. That's what I need to do. All right, let me see. Where am I? It's 5:05, so that means it's probably time to go into standing mode. But you can see that all of these things are full of the shears, and they still got a long ways to go. I mean, that'll carry us through for the rest of the season for all the wool that we're going to need. Now, why do I need so much wool? I particularly need... what colors was I using? I was using magenta, I was using light blue, and lime green. Those are the colors I need the most because I'm using those to mac the circuits in my storage system. So let me get up here. I just want to see how we're doing production-wise. We don't have any of the other colors yet, though. Ah, see, we're still getting a little bit of that through there. And I don't know why. That shouldn't be doing that, but... Oh, maybe there was some still left in the hopper. That's probably why. Gray, good. We're doing well there. Yep. And these are all producing. Okay, but these are not. This has me a little concerned. Should be seeing some wool in here. And so I want to go up and I want to check those circuits quickly. First of all, their torches are in place. That's good. The circuit seems to be working. Oh, we're at 40. We probably need just one more piece of wool. That one's at 41, so probably the next one that comes through will do. Yeah, see? One of the other things I want to do is make sure that I have the... Okay, there might be a problem. Oh, you know what? This lever is locking that hopper. All right, so this might have to go... Well, then it might lock that hopper. All right, so we got a bit of a problem. We've got to power that rail without locking these hoppers. And that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But I'll bet you that is what was happening. So I might have to get a little creative there. Okay, yeah, see? Magenta, orange. Okay, we still don't have enough white, but they're starting to come down now. Right. So that lever was locking that hopper. Jepo-tastic! Woo! What are you up to today? I'm on Generations today. And I'm making a I'm finishing my mega wool farm. So how are you, Jepo? It's, let me see. I think you're 16 hours ahead of me right now, 15 hours, because we changed the daylight savings time. So, did I say savings? Saving. So 5, and then add 4 more. So it's what, maybe 9 a.m. for you right now? It's 10. All right. So, oh yeah, I forgot because you're in the other time zone in Australia. You're one more time zone over from Taiwan. Right. Do you feel your daylight is safer now? Yeah, so it's daylight saving time, not daylight saving time. But I'm glad they decided to discontinue the daylight saving time, because it just doesn't make any sense anymore, right? So let me see. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can install the shears into a second chest there. And let me see. If I put a hopper here off of that, that's going to lock. So I don't want to do that. When this lights up, it's going to lock that. So I don't want to do that. Let me put chunk borders on here. Oh, no. You know what? I think I went outside the chunk over here. Oh, just barely. Ah, well, this piece of glass went outside the chunk. But everything... Okay, so this piece of glass went outside the chunk, but I'm trying to keep the entire build inside the chunk here. Just in case I need to use a chunk loader on it. That way I only have to load one chunk. Let me see. 10 for 10. So, Jepo, how are you doing? Jepo, I opened the stream playing my bass today. Let's get those chunk borders off and let's do a little bit of sleeping. So I've been working on getting a better sound for my bass and everything. I got a pretty good sound. I'm almost there with it. But if you replay the VOD, you can see the beginning. And it came up pretty good. The piece I wrote for it is, I mean, I haven't practiced it that much, so it was a little janky. But the hands came through for me pretty good, and I was able to play it halfway decently. I didn't have a beat going while I was playing it either, so sometimes my timing sped up and slowed down a little bit. My tempo was off a little bit here and there. All right, I think we're good. Let's clean up here, actually. And you know what? I'll just store the other shears over at the depot. So my idea is to build some sort of structure around this to hide all of this. And what I would like to do is leave the entrance open. That's been a theme of mine lately. I've been working on structures like that, where I just have a nice wide opening like this, and boom, I can just fly right in and just fly right out. You know, so I really like that. The Guardian Farm is set up in this similar kind of way. Hello, Mushies. So the Guardian Farm is set up in a similar kind of way, where it's nice and big and open, and you can just fly right. Ooh, we're getting a lot of lag. Oh my God. Oh, that's right, because we don't have Optifine. And so, these chunks are really tough to load. Yeah, that's right. So, unfortunately, I have to stay away from there until Optifine comes out. So, because those chunks, let's see if I can at least get up to the AFK area. There we go. Maybe they won't be so bad up here, right? And so, but I like that open kind of concept where I can just fly in, and it's just a lot of fun to do that. So from this side, from the portal side, it's almost like an aircraft carrier or an airplane hangar where you can just go flying right into the side there. I gotta stay away from there because the chunks won't load. I'm doing well. Sad I missed the base time. Like I said, though, you can just replay the beginning of the VOD and stuff, and it's just a really short piece. It's only like 2 minutes. Really short. Yeah, I really overshot the farm because I was looking at the chat. Not that that's a bad thing. As a streamer, that's my responsibility. And let me see. How did it go? It went pretty good. Like I said, you know, my hands didn't seize up too much. And sound is improved quite a bit. So Optifine is now at pre-5 version, but still no OptiFabric update that I have seen. Right. And so, yeah, that's because they're totally rewriting the code for it. And so they, as far as Supernova Relic told us, that they have a beta version out, which is really just a tweak of the 1.18, enough so that it can still run. Let me see when that comes up. That's okay, so we can still do this. 1.18. So, and he claims it runs really well. Some of the other players that I know say it doesn't run well for them, but you know, they use Mac, so what can I say? But yeah, we're gonna have to wait on OptiFabric for a little bit. So I do have the upgrade CPU for my system, but since I don't have enough for dual systems, I'm a little hesitant to take this one offline and try to upgrade it because if it doesn't work out, then I don't have a system at all. So I'm a little concerned about that. I'm going to work out another way to get into the basement down here, but I want to make sure it's well lit down here before I do such a thing, before I close this up. Yeah, let's put a couple of more torches, like right down in here. I think that's okay. There we go. Okay, that's better. All right, now I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up here. Now these are like mostly redstone blocks, redstone items, things like that. So we don't need this stuff around anymore, and we can start. I think I'll take the rest of the stream. Shut says I had to remove it because it was causing me to crash. Oh, okay. Maybe it is a little janky. So what I think I'm going to do is start to work on the landscape around this a little bit, and and clear out some place to build a structure over this. So, Shut Mountain, question. Let us take to the skies. So, Shut, take a look at this now. And look at this kind of structure here. Let's see it from a few different angles. In fact, since I'm not entirely strict on super strict on survival mode here, we could just go into creative here so we can take a look at this. Now, Shot, I want you to pay attention to this for a moment, please, if you wouldn't mind. One of the things I'm thinking on doing is having a suspension bridge. You know, so it'll have all the cables, it'll have all of that coming through here, right? With it'll have about 2 towers in it, and it'll come across here. It'll cut into this part of the land, and it'll terminate down here, and then there'll be a road that will go back to the historic early game camp here site. And but one of the things I want to do is I want to have a road that comes off of it and comes around here to the wool farm, and that's how I'm going to access the wool farm, if not by air, by land, right? And so that means I'm going to have to carve out some of this, but I actually kind of like this terrain, so I'm going to try to keep some of this as much as I can. But what kind of structure to build around this? Now, we have the Guardian Farm over here with all of its blocks and its kind of palette. But, you know, this doesn't necessarily have to match that. In fact, I like the alien and foreign kind of look of this. And so this can be its own thing with its own block palette and stuff like that. And like I said, the part of this that is going to be most frequented, is that a redundancy? Will be the bottom part downstairs. So the upstairs can be totally closed in with just access to come in here to do maintenance, right? And so I'd like to... Ooh, does this go outside the chunk? I think it does. I might have to change that. Yeah, it does. A little bit of my redstone here goes outside the chunk. So I think I can move this in by 1. But we'll see. I'll fix that later. But what kind of build do you think would go around this? Jeppo says, let me see. It could be a giant sheep. Hold on. Hold that thought, Jeppo. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, Jeppo. I got to look this up because I actually don't know the word for this. Okay. All right, I got it. Jeppo wants to build a giant sheep. And I think we should name it that. All right, I got to get out of creative mode here because I'm done panning around. So back to survival like we're supposed to be. And I got to clean up my mess here. All right, so that's an in-joke between Jeppo and myself and the viewers of Jeppo's stream. So, all right, so we've got some cleaning up to do. Let's get. Oh wow! I already brought all the shears over here. Jeez. So I don't think I'm going to need that many of these. But let's empty out all of these items. And we'll bring a lot of this stuff back. Man, I already ripped up my bed, though. So we got to clean up the site here a little bit, and then we got to start doing a little sheep of death. Yes. But Draken was talking about making it somewhat rustic looking, with like a medieval kind of build, which is okay because I have some more modern kind of builds on Mushroom Island Central, so I don't mind actually getting back to doing some of the like more medieval looking stuff instead of just the evil looking stuff, which would be Thanatos Ovis. Come on, items, go in there. So we can bring all this stuff here back to the depot. And speaking of Jeppo's stream, with angry eyebrows and everything. Okay, so there's my shout out. Long overdue, and sorry for that, Jeppo. But shout out for Jeppo-tastic. You got to check out her streams. Her stream yesterday was her diamond painting stream, which is always fun. The conversations that we have in those streams are just they're just some next level stuff. You would not regret it. Super smart, super funny stuff, but also really, really chill. And I really like that stream a lot. So please go check her out. You will not regret it. Shopman says, the sheep farm itself you could turn into an old-style spinning shop in a medieval style. I guess I could. I mean, I have the shop floor here. So maybe I could build something off the back there, right? And have the looms and stuff. And not to block the loom, but maybe some kind of equipment like that in there. We can put some shepherds in here. Some villagers in here. We can give them silly names. Have them work at some stations there and stuff. Oh, you never have to shout me out. Yes, but I always want to. Also, look up to see my information on the bridge ideas as well. Oh, did I miss that? Let me see. Oh, you could use iron bars in order to hold back the rock slide along the bridge. Oh yeah, like the mesh wire, right? And then Jeff was saying, I learned so much about German culture. Oh, in the last stream, yeah. IKEA policy being rude had me in stitches. What would a spinning wheel look like in Minecraft? What a cool idea. I think we could accomplish one of those. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a personal size loom, right? It could be like a big one, right? Like an industrial one. Like you could have a mill with a waterfall or a river or something like that turning the mill in an old, or you could have a windmill too doing it, but yeah, we could do something like that. We could do something like that. Okay, we're good here. Good Lord, look at all this stuff we have to sort. Okay, Then I'll bring all this back to the storage depot. Now, while I'm thinking on what to do with this, to decorate this farm and make it into a proper finished build, I'm also going to have to pick out a site and start on the honey farm. So we're going to have to make a honey farm. Why do I need all the bows? Oh, I probably thought I needed these for dispensers, and I wound up using droppers instead, right? So we don't actually need all these, so you know they'll be going in the incinerator. Get all that stuff in there. Yeah, so we're going to need to make a honey farm, which I haven't made yet. We started one in Go Your Gnome Way, but Oscar wound up taking over that, and I didn't get to participate in that one. So, so that means I get a chance to build one here, and it has to be a fairly high output farm as well. So let's go bring all this stuff back to the depot. And I got to check for Silk Touch before I go ripping this thing up. Here we go. Yeah, let's get caught up here. Shut Mountain, you could use a grindstone and an iron bar and make it look like a spinning wheel and spindle. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I can actually picture that quite easily. Yeah, that would look pretty cool, huh? So like I said, I want to keep this entrance open, and I want to keep the shop floor here open. But I'm thinking that we can build off the back here. Right? Because we'll have a road that comes through here, and we'll have some back way to get in, and this would be like the workshop area, right? And then all of this stuff would be hidden in the upper structure of it, right? So... Look at his head just glitch through the trapdoor there. They're such weird looking mobs. I mean, oh God. This I already don't like. I don't like this hanging outside the chunk. That's driving me nuts. Yeah. So so the suspension bridge, I have to remove some of the landscaping there. So the suspension bridge will come through here like this. So connecting the main island up with this. Hotel is nearly finished. I have the front door to do. I have that panel right there to do. I have to put in these stations over on that side. The roofs are done here for the lobby, and then I just have to put the foyer in, and then this is finished. All of the rooms are finished. Everything's finished here. So Nebs has been bugging me about the villager reserves here, so we're going to have to do something about these. These have been here for a very long time. Shot, I got to say, I love just being able to come soaring into the depot like this and having it so big like this that I can just glide right down into it. That is so much fun. Let me see. I'm going to stack shulkers that need to be unloaded. I'm going to stack said shulkers right here. So any shulkers that have crap in them are going to be put right here that need to be sorted. Like that. That's almost all of these too. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that's going to need to be sorted. I'm not going to do that on camera, though. I'll do that afterwards. I won't put you guys through that. Yeah, I've used all these shulkers, and I'm going to need more of these shulkers, too. What? Okay, what are the chances that this is going to wind up making a chuck? Or a duckin'? Ah, thank God. They're so annoying. Let me see. Those are all those shears. Some of these won't open because of the way I position them. Here we go. We'll do that. Okay. Well, then that takes care of the cleanup. It's an amazing thing. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, it's really fun to come flying in here. I think for Generation 6, though, I'm actually going to have a similar kind of setup, but not quite like this. and I'll have a big open area like this. Kachi and I were already talking about it, and the top will be open so you can just fly right down into these, and there'll be hallways all going off in different directions, and different stuff will be built in there and everything. But we really like the idea of just soaring down into here. And right now I've been using that janky hole in the ground to fly into here, but I don't know. We may wind up doing something like that. I'm not sure. One of the thoughts I had for Generation 5 to finish up is actually to remove all of this and transfer that design to the floor and then open that up to the sky. But it's like, I don't have time for that. I really don't. We have so many builds that we have to do. Ouch. There we go. Look, I'm doing rockets in the water. Did you see that? I'm a professional Minecrafter. Ow. What happened here? Okay, that happened. All right, let's take a little nap here. There we go. Okay. I'm just checking my supplies in my room. Let me see. Look at all that ancient debris, everybody. Nope, it's not here. Okay, it might be back over in the other place. All right, let's get back over to the other place. I've got 5:34 right now. I've got about 26 minutes left of the stream. I got to stay away from the lag farm over there for a little bit, anyway. And so we can do a little bit of the landscaping over here. I know that, you know what, so much of this is going to have to come down. I'm wondering if I should just, at least on that side, just level it off and then re-landscape it after I have... What are you doing here? Ugh! I just built a mega wool farm, and I bet you he's selling wool. So, I don't know. I may wind up just leveling this off and putting the features in and then re-landscaping this area. Maybe I should do that. But I really like the way that this looks. So... I think for right now, I'm just going to take it, maybe... Let's take a look here. Yeah, you know what? Let's just carve out about half a chunk of it. So this part right here. We could do that. All right, so we'll clean out, really? So clear out this, and then we may do like half a chunk all the way around. Yeah, we'll just clear this out here. Get a little bit of working space around the build itself. Then we're going to need to try to think of something here. Is this a silk touch shovel? Yeah, it is. Wow. I don't commonly use that, so I'm thinking I must have lost my other shovel the last time I was here in some sort of debacle, so... let me see. I must do lurky lurks. You go right ahead and lurk to your little heart's content, your little Jepotastic heart there that you put up there. And, yeah, please. And thank you so much for the lurk, Jeppo. Our stream is almost over anyway. We've got a little bit of time left here, but, you know, we're just doing landscaping at this point. All right, so we can get that out of there. I'm certainly not going to leave that like that. So maybe I should have started from the top down, but whatever. Okay, that part is in good shape. And then, let me see. All right, that should dissipate. Then we should be good there. All right, and then we'll do half of a chunk on this side too. God, that thing is so annoying to listen to. I mean, it's a good little circuit. It works really well, but it's noisy. Wow, as Jeppo would say, or at least as her sound alert would say. All right, and we got to fill in all of this stuff here too, right? Let's dig out this way. Yeah, this has to come back. But see, we got a lot of cave area in here too, so we got to fill in some of this. Otherwise, we shall be mobbed by mobs. Which is always good content, but you know what? We got a little work we got to do here today to get things done. Yeah, saying, look at all of this down here. All of this caveage down here. All this potential death. And let me see. Yeah, the half of the landscape comes through here. All right, so we can stop right there. And just fill in this stuff here. And here, we don't have to go nuts here, you know, just fill it in so it's somewhat less deadly. There we go. And then we can just pull all this stuff back. So one of the things that Nebs and I are trying to organize is an Among Us night with the buffoons from Buffooncraft. And so far we've got a couple of commitments, and we're trying to work out times and stuff, and we're going to see if we can do that. And if that's the case, we might be able to stream it. But, you know, we have Canadian buffoons, we have Brit buffoons, we have people in different time zones. And so it's maybe a little challenging to coordinate, but we're going to see if we can pull it off. So some of you may recall that we played Among Us recently in the Kachi Time stream, and it was a lot of fun. And I know Nebs is a big Among Us fan, and she's been wanting to play for quite some time. And I think Shiga Dancer, one of our honorary buffoons, is tried to organize one in the past as well. And so we're going to see if we can pull it off this season. That would be a funny stream. All right, let's get caught up in the chat here. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you, Jeppo. Landscaping is a thing too. Yeah, it's got to be done, right? I mean, we got to clear out our space here. So I kind of like it though, because it's a little bit more mindless for me, so I can interact with the chat a little bit better. When I'm doing Redstone, you know, like most streamers won't even Redstone at all on stream. Yeah, I don't care. I always do, but you know, it's brain stuff, and I have to. I often wind up neglecting my chat. God forbid. Okay, this should give me adequate area, working area around here, like this. Yeah, okay, let's carve this stuff out. Well, I don't know. I'm going to keep the old Silk Touch pickaxe going here because I can use these blocks. One thing I don't like doing is generating a whole bunch of cobblestone that I'm not going to use. So, because that's just going to wind up in the old incinerator. Does this thing have efficiency 5 on it? Yeah, it does, but we have no beacon in this area. That's why this seems to be taking so long. All right. And we should keep some chests and stuff over here. Just to put some materials in, because like I said, I'm certainly not going to leave that like that. One of the other things we can do is pick out a site for the honey farm too. Because I want a little bit more consultation before I work on decorating this. I want to see what I can arrange there. All right, let's do a little bit of sleeping. And that'll turn the chunk borders off because it's annoying. Not that way, though. F3G, there we go. Chunk borders hidden. All right. Oh, we got to take that down and that down. Those look annoying. But this should give us a little bit of room around here to build. Pillaring up. There we go. These leaves are probably not going to dissipate because they're connected to other trees, but that's not really a big deal. Okay, let's clear this on out. I think we're doing pretty good here. How am I doing for time? I've got 15 minutes. I'm surprised those are staying there. One of the things we can do, though, is we can just detach these leaves right here. That'll help them dissipate. All of this stuff should be dissipating, too. There we go. That stuff should now... Yep, we should be good. Again, I don't know if we'll be keeping that tree, but we can break some of the leaves here. Get rid of some of this stuff. Get that out of the way. Separate it from these trees, and then it should dissipate. There we go. All right. Okay, that should be good enough. All right, so this should give us a little room that we can work around our structure. Oh, wait a minute. I can see it's attached a little bit at the top right over here. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, now that'll dissipate. Yep. Okay, so I don't want the building to be actually too much bigger than this. This should be fine. So I'm thinking on maybe some sort of cylinder like a tower kind of thing around this, and then with some sort of so it'll almost look like a lighthouse, really, right? It would be kind of round here like this, and then with some structure off the back of it, and that would be the shop and stuff where we can put the spinning wheel stuff and mobs and stuff back there, workers back there and stuff. And then we could clear out the road through here in the back like this. And at least prep it to hook up onto the bridge. So the bridge will come through right about here. Now it's not going to be necessarily a tunnel like this, but I'm just laying out the path of where this is going to come out so I can see this from the outside. We can get some idea of how much room that we have back here. Yeah, here we are. And let us... No, I did not want to do that. Come on now, I just want to... I should be able to... Can I now place a torch on that? There we go. No, not like that, hands. Okay, like that. So that way I can see that. All right, so the bridge should turn... Oh, look at this. We've got company. Hey, Gunter. Bye-bye. Oh, he probably came from in here. We should light this up, huh? This reminds me of early games so much because we spent quite a bit of time hunkering down in these caves early game. Okay, so we should be all right here. And we'll just plug up a couple here like this. Right now, I don't know if I'm going to have a road break off of the bridge perpendicularly like this. And so I don't know if I'm going to have it done like that or not. I think I'm just going to have the bridge come past the island like this, and I may make some sort of smaller bridge over here connecting over here to the Guardian Farm over here. And let us address this. Angel by You is gifting 1 tier sub to the Thunderhand 64 gaming community, and had gifted 1 to Supernova Relic. Thank you so much, Angel. How are you? Gosh, look at that. Nova might be lurking, I think. Could be. He being 8 hours ahead of us. Or it could have just come up because he's a community member and it could have just pulled the first eligible name up out of there. But either way, that's fine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Angel, for the sub. For gifting that sub. And yeah, so I'm on my generation server today. And so every Tuesday I switch off. I work on my own generation server, or I work on the design for the Baby Zombie Rush game, which will appear on this server a little bit later. Before, I couldn't even get near this place. The lag was so bad because I don't have Optifine. Yeah, see, oh, whenever I get close and those chunks load, look at the FPS just dive down. But yeah, this is my Guardian farm that I built over here. And Shut and Jeppo have already seen this, but I don't think you've seen this. And so what I did is, you can see I completely removed the monument and I put it above the farm. Right? And then I just enclosed the area, put in the soul sand underneath. And the guardians spawn there. The soul sand pushes them up. And then I have this sloping water stream, pushes them down in the portal, and then they all collect in a kill zone in a sorter that is in the nether. So this is almost finished here. I'm going to put a giant Elder Guardian head on top. That's the AFK area up there. And then I'm going to put a regular Guardian head right there at the entrance. right above the arch of the entrance, and I'm going to incorporate that into the front part a little bit. Then I'm going to leave and then that farm is finished. I'm certainly not going to have this dirt walkway out here. I'll make some sort of decent bridge out of that. But today we were finishing up the mega wool farm over here. And so this is what we were working on today. So this is already finished. It's already producing. There we go. It's already starting to produce. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the items are starting to collect in all the chests now, so that's great. So here, I don't know if you've seen one of these before or not, Angel, but each one of these dropper dispensers, each one of these dispensers holds shears, and they shear the sheep for you, and then the wool falls on the ground, and then underneath I have a mine cart on a track that collects it, puts it into this water stream, and then shoots it up there, and then it comes down. It's distributed into these chests and filters down into each one of these chests. So that's how that works. But we got all the guts of this all done now, and Shut and I were just, and Jeppo too, we're just thinking of how to build a structure on the outside of this to make this look cool now, because it's running and it's producing wool, but I don't want to leave it like this. You know, I want to finish up builds and everything. So I'm just clearing out some of the land around there to figure out how to make some room to try to build something. One of the ideas Shut came up with, and I think I'm going to go with, is to build a room off the back of it here and have some sort of workshop area here with a loom, spindle, you know, blocks of wool and stuff like that, you know, and have like a little shop down here. Maybe put some villagers in here or some armor stands or something like that, and have that in there. So I have about 6 minutes left of the stream, and one of the things I want to do, and I think this would be kind of cool, is to fly around and look and pick out a spot for the honey farm. That's one of the things I want to do, because that's the next thing that has to be built. But I'm going to go unload the inventory down into the depot. So let's go do that. And then we'll pick out one of the nearby islands over here for the honey farm. Because one of the things I want to do is, originally I decided to, this is our, waiting for the chunks to load. We were going to have, Kachi and I were going to have everything all centralized and whatnot. But now that I think of it, I kind of like the idea of spacing stuff out a little bit. And so we have to fly around the server a little bit. And we get to see some of the stuff. So if you want to go get honey from the honey farm, you know, you have to fly over here. If you want to go get wool, you have to fly over there. And, you know, it just gets you around the server and stuff. And so it's I think that's a better way to go, instead of just centralizing everything, right? So spread out a little bit, you know, you use the map. Use it. So this is our ultra huge storage system here that we're starting to build. So we're going to have double rows of chests, and all the items will be all labeled and put in here. They'll go all the way down there, and then the second row will come all the way back up here. And then this kind of loading system, you can either put a shulker full of items in here or just the loose items. And this shulker loader system will unload all the items out of the shulker, and then it will spit the empty shulkers back out in that collection chest, and then all of the items will go up here, and then they will be all sorted and stored all the way down. And so we've just had water streams feeding, let me see, they're in 2 layers now, I believe. So it'll go all the way around once, and then for the top row, and then come back for the bottom row. So I'm just hoping we're not going to have chunk loading problems with that. I don't think we will. I think it'll be all right, but we're going to try it. But it's clearly the biggest storage system I've ever built. So cool. Thank you. Yeah, Kachi and I put a lot of work in there. Our mega pumpkin farms, our mega cane farm over there. And all right, let me see. I've only about 3 minutes left, so I think I want to go over to visit the island that I had in mind. The launch tube here. There we go. Off and away. And let me see. This is the north side of the island. The back of the hotel opens up out into the sea here. So I don't think I want to use any of these islands. I'm waiting for the chunks to load here. But what I wanted to do here was to have this all. So we have the hotel here. And I wanted to have this to be the beach area here. So I'm going to terraform that into a beach. But so I don't want to really put much in the way of a farm on some of the islands that are out there that when I increase the render distance, you'll be able to see that from out there. But we do have quite a few islets here on the west side of the island. And this is appropriate too because Kachi and I have another mushroom island about 1 kilometer over that way. So, and we travel back and forth between the two of these quite frequently. So there's some islets over here. If I can get these chunks to load. These are clearly too small. This one is a little too far away. So let's head on back a little bit. Let me see. This one is almost too big. That would actually make a nice base. So we're not going to use that one. But I think there's one right around the iron farm here somewhere. That's Mushroom Island. Iron farm is there. And it's not too far off. I think it's right over here. Yeah, this one here. This one here would make a good site for the honey farm, I think. We could plant the flowers here. We could put up the honey farm. And we're actually not too far away from the Mushroom Island Central. So we could do that. Oh, yeah. It took quite a bit of math to do that ceiling, by the way. Those are all Archimedean spirals. So there's an equation for those and stuff. But the results are pretty cool. So. All right, so we are at 6. That means it is actually time to end the stream. And I'm going to sign out right here, and then I'm going to find someone who I can raid. Now, plus we have a couple of these little islets over here, too, and that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So, but I think we're going to have the honey farm on this one. All right, so let's see if we can find somebody to raid. I'm going to log off the server right now so I don't die. Always a good thing. And let's switch over to the webcam scene. And let me see. Let me pull up my phone here and let me see if I can find somebody. Find me somebody to raid. And let me make certain that I don't get a DMCA strike for that awesome lyrical burst that I just did there. Let's see. Actually, I don't have anybody on right now. None of the buffoons are on. But I know who I am going to raid. Now, I've been watching this religiously for about the last 3 weeks now, this particular stream. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for the stream, Jeppo. Thank you, everybody, for dropping by. I'm going to, well, actually, I don't know if they'll allow raids or not. I'm going to try to raid DKU Television. That's Daikaiju TV. And they play all of the old Godzilla flicks. They play all of the Ultraman, all of the Toho, all of the Japanese shows and stuff like that. It's super, super cool. And Kachi and I are big, big Godzilla fans. And so we're big Ultraman fans too. And so we like to watch that one quite a bit. I don't know if they do raids, though. They probably don't. Let me check. I don't think that they do. Because I would so much like to raid that one. But if we don't get to raid, you should definitely check it out. I don't know if you guys are into that kind of stuff, but it's super, super cool. Let me see. No, I don't think they do. It's not letting me put up the raid message. I mean, it's not accepting the raid command for that. Oh well. DKU Television. You should go check that out. It's super cool. Kachi and I love it. All right, I think I'm just going to sign off the stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for dropping by. Our next stream is Thursday. That's going to be Thursday 4 to 6, and that will be from the Buffooncraft SMP. So, and you know what? Hey, before I go, Angel, let me give you a shout out because Angel is one of our fellow buffoons, one of our newer buffoons. And she also does other games too, and she's really funny. Her stream is super, super cool. Let me do that. How could I forget? Quick shout out before I leave, before we sign off. Like that. Always have to promote our fellow buffoons and our streaming friends. So there we go. Okay, so next stream is Thursday, Buffooncraft SMP, from 4 to 6 Pacific Central Time. And then the following stream after that will be Sunday. That'll be Kachi time. I have no idea what Kachi wants to do there. There might be a stream in between or at least a video recording if we can manage to pull off a Buffooncraft Among Us session. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're trying to plan it out right now. We're going to see how that goes. So keep your eyes peeled on our Discord for that. And, thank you. You're most welcome. And that wraps up the stream. See you next time, everybody.